but didn't outright say why do you think Tidehunter is such a bad hero right now? I mean, if it's a aura offlaner, doesn't this hero fit right in?
You know, sometimes I think you just bait me into saying stuff that I know people are gonna like be angry about. You know, it's like a reverse rage bait. Like, well, let's see what I can get Avery to say today that people are gonna think he's insane for saying or be mad about because there's probably a bunch of Tide spammers in the chat. Raven cleans up another one. I mean, why does Tide suck? Because one, this hero's laning is not that great. He's not that good in a lot of the dual lanes compared to some of the lane dominators. His itemization's okay with the auras, but his spells are not impactful enough for me with the auras to justify him over a lot of other heroes that just have better spells that can also buy the auras just as fast. And I feel like he's just not that tanky anymore. Like, I think the base reduction on Anchor Smash is cool versus universal heroes, but I don't know. I feel like Tidehunter just dies now. He just goes in the fight and you just kill him. A lot of lineups nowadays just don't care too much. So I just think he's very clunky. He's very slow. His farm rate kind of sucks. He doesn't build items better than anybody else. Like, why would you want Tidehunter when you can have Devour?
Not Doom, just Devour, period.
Yeah, like literally just like, let's say I put Devour on a melee creep. Would you rather have melee creep with Devour or Tidehunter? I might take the melee creep with Devour.
I think I would take Tidehunter, but I'm not a watermelon hater like you are.
Well,
apparently.
I mean the melee creeps scales. Like we'll give it a stack gain and everything, you know.
Yeah.
It's
got like the stack gain of like Primal Beast.
Yeah, you know, I think I'd take. I mean, he's gonna get faster auras than the Tide, so you got that goal.
That might be true. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a place for this hero. I think there's a place for this hero. Yeah, I like the early
right
meteor
above
hammer.
Sand King in the trash can.
No, not putting him in the Sand King tier.
I take lives.
Some heroes belong in the tomb with the king and the dead pharaohs of the past trash heroes. That's where they belong. As Raven picks up a third kill.
Being a buried pharaoh.
I mean, one day he'll rise again, but perhaps in an afterlife, not in this one, because
someday he'll rise from his sarcophagus.
He very might. He will. He always comes back for like a month.
Yeah.
And then Valve's like, oh, this hero's too good, and then they put him back in the trash can for another year. But it's because it's Gabe Newell's favorite hero, right? That's why. Like, basically, Gabe comes back to Dota every 9 months, right? And then he plays Sand King, and he's like, why is Sand King so bad? What are you clowns doing over at the Val? They have to buff it.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's better. And then, you know, after a week of playing, he goes on to play other stuff, doesn't play Dota again. And they're like, all right, we put it back in the trash can. Gabe's done with it. They nerf it back down. Another year passes, another Gabe and week of ranked matchmaking. They buff it again.
I'm just imagining Sand King and the Mummy. Ice Frog is Brendan Fraser.
All right, well, we don't need to go that far. And plus, we've got a volley game on the line. Stop distracting the cap.
Okay. Well,
Blacklist are off to a great
Raven.
start.